This is the second video on graphical inequalities and how to solve them for GCSE or IGCSE. Now we have a graph with negative values on the x and y axis. Negative here, y axis, and x here. And we have to label the region that satisfies all three of these inequalities. Let's start with this one. This one makes it a little more complicated. But if you think about this in two halves, we have this part and this part here. So -1, if we're looking just at the blue section, -1 is less than x. So we can flip that around so that we spin it like this so that x is over this side. If we're doing this, we also need to change the direction of the sign. So it will be x is greater than -1. And what we know how to graph that one because we've done one similar to that previously. So where is x equal to 1? It's going to be, or -1, it's going to be here. Now, because it's less than, but not less than or equal to, we need a dashed line through -1. So let's do that. Like that. And on the other side, we have x is less than 2. So we can just think of that as being, where is x equal to 2? This is x equals 2, so we need another vertical line. And because it's less than and not less than or equal to, again, we have a dashed line. And x is between them. So we could have just left it like that, so x is greater than or less than 2. But if I like to think about this as being the x value, the actual possible values of x have to be between those two values. So somewhere in here. So that means that anything that's unwanted is outside of that. And so let's just shade the whole lot in blue. It'll be everything over on the left and everything beyond x equals 2 with a dashed line which says that x cannot equal 2. So let's move on to the second one. Y is less than or equal to 8. Because it's less than or equal to, we're free to draw a solid line, which makes it a bit easier. If y is equal to 8, then it's going to be here. So let's just draw a solid line through y equals 8. And if y is less than or equal to 8, then we can shade everything where y is greater than 8. And that's that. And the last one is already in a friendly format. Y is greater than or equal to 4x take 4. So what's the y-intercept? It's this part here, -4. Don't make sure that you include the sign. -4, so here it is here. -4 on the y-axis, and our gradient is 4. So if you remember from the previous video, we have y step over x step. 4 is the same as 4 over 1. So for every 4y, we'll go up 4, so that'll take us to the origin. We go across 1, so that's there. These scales are different, so don't be fooled by the scales. We have 4, we're going up 4 and across only 1. And then we could do the same, but we can see that on this particular graph, because of the differences in scale, we still have a 45-degree angle. So let's bring this down and go 45 through those 2 points. Of course, you can plot some more. But if you're comfortable, you can go for it from there. So if y is greater than or equal to 4, then we have to scrub out all the values that are less than that line. And there it is. So where is our total shape in the middle? It's going to be a solid line down here. Pretty rough on this, sure you'll get it better than me. Here's our dashed line through to here, another solid line horizontally, and then a dashed line down here. And it says label it. Let's just label this R. Generally, R for region is what you label these things. And that's our unshaded region where all of our potential values are that satisfy all of these conditions.